Hello and welcome back to Vroom Vroom. Very special day today. Hopefully the Ducati is on its way a little bit later, and that will be the end of that project. But right now I'm hearing the lorry outside that's containing the brand new project for the channel, and it's a bike that I've had before and I said was one of my favorite bikes. So let's hope it's not too bad. And there's my van just delivered the new bike, and it is you can't see very well on this, it's a Kawasaki KLE, which was one of the first bikes I ever had on the channel. Okay, so if I just stand here and look at this side, I love it. I don't want to go around the other side, it's just leave it here. Right, so let's go over it, and this is literally first look over it. It was advertised with keys. Unfortunately, there's no lock to put it in. So yes, number one. Right, let's start at the front. Bolts missing off of screen. Yeah, not a big deal, that's fine. Coming down, the front mudguard looks okay. The forks look okay. No obvious leakage from the fork seal on this side. Coming across, yeah, someone's butchered the wires into that one. I don't know why, so we'll look into that. It has an engine, which is good. Shock looks good. I think we're missing a panel here, which is fine. The seat is ripped, which isn't brilliant. It's got paddock stand. It's ready for paddock stands, which is cool. Missing the little plastic cover that goes on there. Number plate is missing. Coming around again, the plastic cover from that side is missing. Chain looks okay. There's a scuff on the engine guard down here, but it's not gone through, so that's fine. Should still be holding oil. Aftermarket wire here, which I think someone's probably used to hot wire it, and that's confirmed with the wires here. And the missing panel on this side. Well, I didn't wash it. I just pulled it in and I put the battery on charge, and the battery has got some charge in it. There are a couple of saving graces on this bike, but there's a lot of other stuff that's still to be discovered. The top yoke is completely just mullered, so it's going to have to be replaced with a new lock. The back, where they've tried to get the to the seat lock, is also in a lot of trouble, but the keys on it had a Oxford disc lock key on it, so that shows some degree of care, hopefully. And the fact that it's a gel battery also shows that there was some expense spared on this bike. So I've got no idea at this minute how long it was stolen for, but I've been looking for a bike for me. I've been going between bikes. The Speed Triple, had the Ducati. I need something that I can just use for at least a year, because if nothing else, this is costing me a fortune in bloody insurance. Keep cancelling it, so because they won't transfer it. Insurance companies for you. But that's kind of where we are. There are signs. I've just put it in first gear and just moved it, and it has moved, so I don't think that the engine is seized. However, when I had it upright, the oil in the bike, yeah, what oil in the bike, so this could well easily be a knackered engine, but we're going to have to see. So I'm going to get some charge in the battery. I'm going to put some oil in it, and then I'm going to figure out these wires and see what I need to do just to get this running. Once I know it's running and the engine's okay, then we can start moving on to other stuff. But as it's going to be my bike, this is going to be a long-term project. I'm going to have to do some bits just to make it not the center of attention everywhere I go, people thinking that I stole it. But oh yeah, the clutch lever's broken. But it does have to look just a little bit more presentable. So to that end, if the engine's okay, lock, side panel, and yeah, we'll take it from there. The seat can be done whenever. Other bits and bobs can just be done when I find the bits on the internet. So Just come back to you after I've charged the battery, put some oil in it, and well, we'll go for a start, I suppose. Right, so I'm panicking slightly now because the Ducati has just gone, which means I have no transport, which is really bad, especially as I do work. So I've got no choice but to get on with this. Now, what I did do, which was off camera, was I did check that the engine turned over after putting some oil in it, and it did. It seemed to turn over quite well, and there was no noises, which is excellent. So that's oh, excellent. It's probably a slight overstatement, but we will see. Now, I was thinking about the ignition, and I need to get this bike running as soon as possible. And it's, yeah, everything else can wait. I just need it running, and I don't even know if it's got an MOT. If it's got an MOT, great. If it hasn't, I'm gonna have to get for an MOT. I want to be doing this week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the tank just so, and I'm using the wrong Allen key here for this because it'd be so much easier if I just use the proper one. Yeah, not easier. So I'm now thinking with that ignition, if I am lucky, they've cut it this side of the ignition, which I'm hoping they have, which means I will have the block to connect into, which would be a nice easy fix. Now, I've had a quick look on eBay, and these aren't massively expensive, especially for a second-hand one, and it doesn't look like at this stage that the ignition is coded. So where are we? We're going to have to just see, aren't we? Right, and also I can get the code off of this one to try and start looking for the other side. Now, I was thinking of getting one and just painting it, but it's a metallic silver, and if I can get one in silver, yeah, why wouldn't you? Stupid not to, wouldn't you? Right, so this now, all I've got to do is 2 screws on here on the other side to take those little panels off, and then the main Allen bolts just to take the tank off. And if I remember right, and probably don't, this is 2 years ago, the tank just ties back. Ah, look, I've got little ties in here as well. I need my little pick tool. Okay, cool. So we are on our way. Let's get to it. Right, and with a bit of luck, that's it. Jobs are good. So with the tank off now, I can see the wires are coming from this side. This is going to be slightly more awkward. Oh, I can see this is the block, and that's lucky. That's really good, because that means now that I can buy the ignition, and it's going to be connected properly. So that's a really good outcome. That didn't take long at all. 2, 4, 6, 7 pins. We'll keep this. When I was looking earlier, and doing a couple of little tests on it, the red was coming up as continuity for the earth, but I don't get what the rest were doing. None of them were showing. None of them were showing a 12-volt feed. That could be because it's been messed about with so much that it's blown a fuse. There's probably going to be a main, oh there we go, there's an ECU fuse in here. So I think probably the next step is going to be get the multimeter, do some continuity tests, and then we'll take it from there. The ECU is here and strapped in, which is excellent. Air filter. Doesn't look like it was messed about with here. There's only one more wire that I'm seeing some signs of tampering, and weirdly enough, it looks like it's the indicator. That's really weird. Right, let's get the multimeter. Right, very basic for the people who don't know. Continuity. If there's a bridge between the fuses, I should get that noise. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, that was nothing major there within that that's gonna cause me any problems anyway, but so our fuses there are okay as well. Main fuse for the starter solenoid, which is down here. Now this does look like it has been messed with slightly, and there is a loose wire to the starter motor, which I will address at some point going forward. Right, let's pull it out, and there we have it. Bloody great break in the main fuse. So that's actually very good news. Right, so we do have some fuses, and that of course is a 30, and that of course is a 30. Right, so what we want now is, what we don't want now is this blowing immediately when I put it in. Now I've disconnected the ignition, this shouldn't give me any problems, but you never know, and I'll hear it. That stayed okay, which again I think we need to look at as a positive. So it's been a few days since I recorded the first part of that video, and parts are starting to arrive, and this really is one of the most important ones, and hopefully it's right, because as reported there was no lock set on this bike, and this is what I've ordered, which has come from abroad, so it's taken a few days, hence the Dutch paper. Right, so let's have a look and see what's going on here, and hopefully that's a bit better now. Right, let's pull this bit out because this is the important bit. Just put that box to the side. So what we're looking for here is the top yoke, ignition, the keys, and the back side lock. Sorry, that was a little bit all over the place. All seems to be here. Keys, back lock. Right, so I am in equal parts nervous and excited to be fitting this. So let's go inside and go to the bike, which is here. We need to pull this top yoke off. So also today I'm expecting the seat, but let's get on with what we can get on with, which is this top yoke. Looking at this, doesn't look that complicated. Well, good thing is it's not on too tight. The bad thing is, of course, I can't get to the bottom too with this. So we're going to have to find something smaller. And all's good. Or so they thought. But then, dun dun dun. Easy as that. And with that, you can actually see where the brake was. Just down the bottom, yep. Ripped it to pieces. Nice people around. Right, so obviously reverse to put it back on. Just going to be a little bit more careful with the wiring. bits and bobs just to make sure that they slip in okay. I'm not expecting too many issues. Right, I've got no idea where that cut out because the battery went flat and there was no notice. The clocks now work, which is a really good result, and I'm really pleased with that because there are a couple of burn marks in there. Still got to see whether the rev counter works, still got to see whether they actually line up. I've put the tank back on and connected it up and it seems like the fuel pump is working. So there is a real chance now of at least turning the bike over. I think there's some real issues with this bike. It came with really low oil, and if it was run like that, then this is going to be a hell of a noise. But there's only one way to find out. We're at that point now, there's no turning back, so let's just turn the key and see what happens. Fuel pump is primed, we're in neutral. Now this battery wasn't showing at 100%. I did try and charge it and it wasn't taking the charge very well, so I think we may just rig up some jump leads to it and see how we get on from that. Right, so this has had about 20 minutes. I'm showing 45% charged, but who knows. Fingers crossed. Oh, that's not bad. Actually sounds quite good. Wow, okay. That's a surprise. Let's get the seat on, let's see if it rides. Well, the seat's gone on and looks the part. It's come down off of to an idle now of just over 1,000. Just do a couple of checks while I'm here. Brake light works on the front and the back. Got a number plate light. Won't do the indicators yet because I'm missing an indicator still. It's on order. The mirrors are in. Lights. Yes. Yes. Okay, needs a horn as well. At the minute, I just want to see if it goes in the gear. Well, I'm going to take up the road, let's see what happens. So just a couple of things, let's turn this off. Running really well. I need some spacers in the back grips, that's fine. The back brake, it could just be rust on it, but I'm going to get it out and check the pads because that did sound a lot like metal to me. We will see. Went into gear, went first, second. The speedo's working, so I'm quite happy with everything that I've got there so far. It didn't seem to be overheating. There is a slight smell, but I'm not overly concerned with that at the minute because it's been ragged around and it's you know, not with the electrics in the best place, so we'll kind of just see how that bit goes. So overall, I am very happy at the moment. I'll learn how to speak again soon, but we'll get the panels back on the front and we'll see how it goes. We know that this panel is going to be off for weeks until I find one. I need to use the bike in that time. It doesn't make any difference to the bike, but we'll see how that bit goes. So let's get the rest of it back together. I'm going to order oil, filter, and a couple of other bits, and just to see how we'll go on. Now, I know I've got a habit of getting excited about motorbikes, but that's just who I am. And I am really excited because in 2 days' time, I'm going to be taking this only to work, but it will be for the first time. Now it's fully insured and taxed and ready to go. So yes, it is all done apart from, as I've mentioned before, that one panel, which I am desperately trying to source, checking eBay and the internet every day. But it's either buy a brand new one for well over £300 or buy one from China that was £1.26 with £250 postage that looked like it had been run over by a steamroller. So those are my options. But I need to get this ready for Monday. So I've had a look. The rear brake pads are just non-existent, so they need to be changed, and they're coming today, and they should be here in the next hour or so. So I'm going to get on with that. The oil, I've had the oil arrive, but I'm just waiting on the filter. So I'm going to drain the oil in there, even though it's brand new. It's only done about 4 miles, but there wasn't enough of it, and I want to just check it for filings, etc., just to make sure it's okay. Is that it coming today? Oh no, and the other thing coming today is the horn. The horn is meant to go just down there, and you can just see the wires in the corner just waiting to be connected to the new horn when it arrives. And then that will be all I can do until I source that side panel, which I know is not going to be silver, but that's life and we've just got to live with it. So I'm a great believer in just trying to do these things without trying to look at the internet too much, because there was a time when, believe it or not, and only people my age will appreciate this, there was a time before the internet and you had to just do things and find out and learn on your own. Today is one of those things, and it's a very, very easy job. I have parts. Right. I can't fill up the oil filter before putting it on, so we're just going to stick it on, which will be fine. There will be no issues there. And yeah, I've cleaned up the mating surface, so that should be nice and easy. So, and even now these come pre-greased on the ring as well at the top, which is really, really cool. So exactly the same filter. It's a beaut. And I've got to say, I've had these engines now several times, these 650 Kawasaki ones, and they do seem to be bulletproof. So that's that. What have I done in the meantime? Oh, drained the oil. The oil looked really good, so there's no issues there. You check your oil level there, and you do it while the bike is upright, not on the side stand. So you just hold it to one side, make sure the stand doesn't come up on its own, and just measure the oil between the 2 marks. Once you've done that, start the bike, let the oil filter fill, and then let it sit again with the engine off and recheck the oil again just to make sure you've got enough in there. Easy. Right, it's interesting stat time. Did you know over 85%, look at this picture, of people watching this video aren't subscribed? Please subscribe. It means a hell of a lot to me, and it's just great for the channel. So if you can subscribe, please do. Anyway, just finishing off on the KLE now. This is where I'm up to now. And this is the final video for now on the KLE. I have redone all of the plastics. They were in a shiny gloss black, and it looked terrible. So they've been done in a more subtle satin black. But the panel on the left has been replaced with the panel on the right, also matching. The bike is riding lovely, and it's, for all intents and purposes, at the moment, the bike is complete. However, I don't like the colour, and I've got some marks on it, which is just there's a big gouge out of it. The tank, I'm using there's got scratches in it there, and there's a dent there due to where the bike was originally stolen. As well as that, there's another small mark here and a couple of other marks throughout it, and the silver is very, very slightly different from the side panels. So I put it out there on a Kawasaki Versys group, and to see what people thought the best color was, and people were kind enough to put pictures of the bike, and I have chosen the color now, and that color is gonna be, well, you're gonna have to wait for that particular kind of episode. But until next time, guys, take care, ride safe. I'll see you out there.